We have Dan Barber from Surdyke Yamaha, my good friend. And Dan, we're here to talk about one of your guys' biggest annual events, the Ride for Freedom. It's coming up, but first I want you to tell us, what is the Ride for Freedom?
Well, the Ride for Freedom, this will be our 8th annual Ride for Freedom. This all started back when, people weren't being so nice to our first responders. The police, they wanted to defund them, and you walk around town, you just see a look in their eye like, man, I'm not so sure about all this. And we tried to figure out a way to bring our community together and show them we cared and give them a day off on the lake.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So Greg Surdyke and me, we sat down and we brainstormed and we came up with, well, we're going to release all the rentals to anyone that signs up that's a first responder, military, or retired military. We're going to give you a wave runner or a boat for the day. We're going to feed you. We're going to give you a day in the lake. We're going to come back and then we're going to give away prizes. And the prize pool has grown throughout the years. Every year we give away at least 5 guns, and then all the local businesses donate. So we never know what we're going to have up there. We just pull a tab, you go up and pick, and as long as you qualify for that prize, you take it home.
I'm telling you, it's an incredibly fun day. And so for people out there, they're wondering, how do I know if I'm eligible? Who all qualifies to come by and get a free ride or a free ski for the day?
Well, everybody that is a first responder, and you know who you are. You drive an ambulance, you're a dispatcher, police, firefighter.
Military veteran.
Military and veterans, whatever
fire.
the case may be, you know who you are.
Awesome. So
you don't always want to say who you are, but come on out and get some recognition. We're going to take good care of you.
It's such a fun day. And hey, maybe a PWC is too much for you. I know the first year I went, I was not seasoned on a wave runner, and you guys gave me a real souped up newer one, and I was riding it full throttle the whole way. I was so sore. So maybe the wave runner's not for you. You guys have jet boat and other options to ride along. But some of the most fun is like the breakfast that starts at Port 20. So talk about some of the events along the way and before and after.
Well, we're going to show up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and Ginger, Surdyke and Woods Supermarket, are going to put together a continental breakfast for you right there at the marina. We're going to have a picnic table set up outside, the flag, and at 8:45, we'll have our super secret guest national anthem singers this year.
We're working on something big for you guys.
And I think you're going to be really surprised when you find out who they are and what they can do, because we were surprised as well.
Yeah, we were pretty excited. So stay tuned. Make sure you're there for that. You don't want to miss that.
And after the national anthem, Greg will give the safety speech as required by the Water Patrol for a regatta permit for having 50 to 80 wave runners all traveling at once up and down the lake.
Safety is important, and you guys are always really safe. We love that.
And we'll take off from there. There'll be a lead boat and a trail boat. The fire department will be in the trail boat. If you have any issues, flag them down, or anybody else. We'll have mechanics that are on the route to pull sticks out of your impellers, or if you need a tow, we're going to pull you to the dock and put you in another boat. We're going to get you there and back, whatever it takes.
And we've seen stuff happen from, something happening, running out of gas. I mean, someone didn't know what they were doing, and you always take care of them and get them back and take care of the...
Like the year we come up to the corner, and me and your cameraman look over to the left, and there's a boat about a quarter-mile in stuck in 2 foot of mud.
Yeah. I was not driving that boat, so be careful. People will see this and be like, that had to be Will driving that thing.
And it was a $1,200 tow to get them out, and how many guys do we have? About 8 or 10 of us in one wave runner pulled them out by hand.
Yeah.
Put the boat up on its side. But we got them out. We finished the event. We were a little dirty and a little muddy, but...
Memories for life.
Something you'll never forget.
That and a lot more. And hey, now this one, it's always been your and Greg's baby, this event. But this one, a little different, a little special for you. You've been battling an illness, and you've got some serious medical expenses. And so the event and the Surdyke family and your family at Surdyke Yamaha are using this event to help you with some of those expenses. So share that with us if you would.
Well, as most of you know from the Yellow Profile magazine article, several years back, that when I returned from my deployment, I got a big surprise when I got home, and it was stage 4 carcinoid liver cancer. Not the welcome home present you'd want, but you take it and you run with it. And we did a big search after everybody told us no, and found a doctor in Germany to hook me up, and here I am 13, 14 years later, still kicking. But it's time to light the fire again and shoot a little poison in me and kick it back again. And we were having a little trouble with the insurances, with the, how do I say this nicely? The federal government.
Yeah, just say as you guys can relate and understand, you know, there's always something with insurance companies, and so that's left with some serious added expenses as you travel to Germany and get these treatments. And so this event is actually going to be a benefit for that as well. So everyone that signs up, the Surdyke family is donating $100 to the cause, correct?
Correct.
And so we're encouraging you guys to come out. And so you said this is the 8th annual
I believe so.
Ride for Freedom. So much fun. And you said we got the surprise national anthem, plus the prize package. And then the dinner afterwards is donated by three brothers.
And we haven't even got to that yet. Once you go on the ride at lunch, we're going to stop at Patriot Point to 60. And they're the most patriotic marina on the lake. They're going to fire up their pizza maker and make pizza for every rider to have a free lunch.
That's awesome.
And last year they fed us as well.
So everyone's fed well. You get down to Truman, you come back, probably a couple stops along the way. You don't want to miss it. But when you get back, there's kind of a dinner reception with
days.
And tell us just a little bit about that.
Well, you'll come back to Port 20 if you want. You can put your wave runners up and drive over to Dog Days, which is a lot easier than parking your wave runners at the docks and stuff, because there'll be so many of us. So we encourage you to do that and drive over. We're going to start the meal around 5 to 5:30. The prizes will be laid out on the table, and after the meal, we'll have pull tabs for everybody that qualified or donated. And you'll go up to the table, pick out your prize. Craig will say a few words, and we'll have a lot of happy, tired campers. And you're welcome to stay at Dog Days. I believe they've got a band that night, possibly. And good food and drinks.
And the meat from three brothers that's going to be donated, going to be phenomenal. And all the additional benefits go to local first responders and causes. So an incredible day, the Ride for Freedom with Surdyke Yamaha. And I didn't tell you, it's Sunday, September 10th, and you can register ahead of time and highly encouraged to do so at surdykeyamaha.com.